Okay, so this is the next game. Hopefully, we would see a comeback coming from iRG. They will need this game to get back to get back into this series. If they lose this, they're out. And wow, apparently iRG Gaming stands for I Rate Gaming.
Okay,
And
so
I see it just now. Anyway, moving to the drafting phase, coach. Please take over.
okay, so right now, first picks and bans. Manji bans out the Doom. Okay, now I rape. Please, no, iRG. We're not going to tolerate that kind of shit here. Also, Manji, actually, we're going to request Manji to please change their logo later on. We want to be tasteful. We want to be friendly, guys. This is supposed to be something like what G rated cast. We want everyone to feel welcome. So nothing offensive, please. They ban out Faceless Void. Yeah, they had trouble dealing with the Faceless Void leader earlier on the previous game. So very sensible ban coming from them. Is my mic up? Yeah, I hope my mic is up. Okay, so now ban coming from Manji. Tinker. Again, they don't want to deal with a Tinker. Again, I can see that they feel no threat coming from any heroes that iRG picked a while ago. So they didn't need to ban out the Shadow Shaman. They can let the iRG have their Shadow Shaman because they probably saw that iRG wasn't able to utilize the Shadow Shaman anyway. iRG might ban another one of the heroes of Manji, but no. They pick out Lycan. Yeah, very good ban. Lycan is kind of strong in his own right. He can solo a lane, he can farm jungle, he can take down Roshan pretty early. So you don't want to give Lycan away. Also takes down towers really fast. So Manji's going to take their first pick. Let's see where they go. They might want to change their strategy right now because Faceless Void is out. So let's see where this goes. They might pick Death Prophet or Shadow Shaman. They might turn the other way this time.
Reserve time.
Oh, okay, so are you okay, coach?
Yeah, yeah. So any insights? I'm just waiting.
Oh well, just as you said, if we don't see any respect bans coming in from iRG against Manji, it could mean that they don't feel threatened at all by whatever draft that by how
iRG played in the last game. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So
And yeah, now we see a Tidehunter getting pick for Manji. Anyway, I think Tidehunter is generally a good pick for the dire side.
yeah, Tidehunter's ability actually is to stack ancients
10
and
seconds
farm
to go.
ancients. If you stack ancients from the off lane, very easy for the dire side, and then you take them later on. Especially with Tidehunter, he can reduce damage taken from ancients to 0 with his Kraken Shell and the Anchor Smash. Yeah, if he farms those, that would be a big boost in level and probably a Blink Dagger for Tidehunter early on. iRG was unable to do that actually. It was a poor laning with Tidehunter against the Razor. But yeah, it was a first pick of iRG earlier on. Tidehunter just failed in execution a bit. But now Manji take Tidehunter first pick for themselves. Maybe they'll make better use of the Tidehunter. Maybe iRG will be able to counter it this time. Let's just see what's going to happen. So, pardon my silence earlier on because early picks usually are a waiting game for me. Since the teams are not really, I'm not really too familiar with. These are not Alliance or Navi or Fnatic. I'm not really particularly aware of how they play. Well, right now we're seeing it. So, it's still going to be a waiting game. I can't tell what they're going to pick until they get their first picks in. But what I can say right now is iRG would probably want to switch up their strategies. They're burning through their reserve time right now, thinking of a good counter against Manji, against that Tidehunter. Maybe they'd want to go for. They have 2 consecutive picks. They might want to go for Shadow Shaman, Death Prophet. They failed a while ago, but Shadow Shaman, Death Prophet is still a very good back-to-back combination. Is anything wrong? They're burning through their reserve time. They only have 15 seconds left. Did
No, what
someone
happened
DC?
was that
Did
yeah,
someone DC?
the captain actually disconnected.
Okay. But is he
And
back?
yeah, he's back. He was able to pick up somebody, I believe. Yeah, there's the Skyrock Mage.
Okay.
They were
So,
actually spamming me. I was communicating with them. I was talking to them and telling them that no, casters cannot pause. I am so sorry. But fortunately, he was able to come back
Dyer's play.
before they burned up the reserve time. So now they have to make do with what reserve time they have, which is 11 seconds.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Thank you again, PLDC, sponsoring all this disconnecting. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
wonderful,
they pick
wonderful.
up Skyras Mage and Batrider. Good first picks. You pick a Batrider. Hopefully, you get on top of the Tide Hunter before he's able to get that
10
Ravage off.
seconds to go.
Yeah. So if you pick off the Tide Hunter earlier on,
5
that turns any
seconds.
engagement into a 4v5. You put yourself in a favorable
Shadow
position.
Shaman.
But Manji pick up Shadow Shaman themselves. Yeah,
Team
that's what I was
ban.
saying a while ago. Tide Hunter and Shadow Shaman were the first two picks of IRG. So maybe they're going to show IRG. Okay, IRG, you picked the Tide Hunter Shadow Shaman a while ago. You failed. Now we're picking Tide Hunter Shadow Shaman. We're gonna show you how it's done. But IRG ban out the Razor. Yeah, so they're giving more respect bans right now. Razor is also one of the heroes played a while ago by Manji, an offlaner. I don't think they needed to ban Razor this round because Manji already has their Tide Hunter. Tide Hunter with the Razor might be a bit redundant. Brewmaster ban. Okay, Brewmaster is one of the better mids right now. Scales very well before the late game kicks in. Very annoying to deal with. Very hard to kill. So they banned out heroes that are hard to kill. The Wraith King and the Brewmaster. These heroes practically have a second life. So yeah, ban them out. Make sure that no one escapes that Ravage initiation.
5 seconds.
And Invoker again, an Invoker ban. They IRG banned out Invoker a while ago, and they ban an Invoker again right now. Not very particular. I'm not really fond of banning Invoker because Invoker, he's powerful in casual games because people let things go, but in something more formal in a captain's draft, you only ban out an Invoker if you know that the enemy has a dedicated Invoker player, and even then Invoker is not much in favor of this new meta, this current meta, because while Invoker is a flexible hero, he needs EXP and gold to be able to be of use. IRG, however, right now picks up Death Prophet. Where was this a while ago? If they picked up Death Prophet earlier on, Death Prophet would have been a better mid than Wind Ranger. But now they got Death Prophet. Maybe they're going to look to take down towers earlier on this time. However, they don't have too much of a Death Ball support after the Death Prophet, before the Death Prophet. So let's see what's gonna happen. They probably picked Death Prophet just so Manji doesn't get their hands on Death Prophet because they've used out their bans already. Manji, they might go for more team fight right now. They don't really need a carry in particular. That's what's amazing in this new meta. You don't really need carries anymore. The best carry you can pick is Faceless Void, but that's also because he has an AoE lockdown. You pick Faceless Void not because he's good of a carry. He's an alright carry, decent carry, but you don't pick Faceless Void because of his right clicking. You pick Faceless Void for the Chronosphere initiation. So Viper, okay. Viper was banned out earlier on because, as I've said, Viper is very, very annoying to deal with. He probably can't lose a lane one-on-one because all his skills, his first three skills, the poison, the nether toxin, and the what's this again? The armor thingy, corrosive skin. Yeah,
Corrosive skin, yeah.
those are built to win lanes. Those skills are designed to win lanes.
10
So
seconds to
yeah,
go.
Viper possibly against the Death Prophet, possibly against the Batrider.
5
Either way,
seconds.
if you're going against the Viper, you're going to have a hard time. So IRG go with the Weaver. Okay,
Dyer's play.
they're going for a more traditional lineup again. They have a carry, they have some supports, they have a mid. Death Prophet is definitely a better mid, but these heroes, while good in their own right, they don't really have too much of cohesion. Uh, I guess what they want right now is for Weaver to get to the late game, be able to dish out damage, but even then,
10
uh,
seconds
Manji has a
to go.
better team fight lineup. They have the Shadow Shaman, Tide Hunter, and now Sand King. That's going to be a lot of AoE damage, initiation potential. Uh, iRG has Skyrath Mage, however, to counter maybe one of those with his silence. But in a good team fight, I'm still gonna place my money on Manji
10
with their lineup.
seconds to go.
iRG
Mhm.
has a bunch of good
I
heroes, but
I absolutely
5
agree.
yeah, but
seconds.
nothing too cohesive. Uh, let's see how the last bans go. iRG might want to ban a team fight hero. They banned the
Dire
Medusa.
team ban.
Uh, I don't know why. Perhaps they don't want to. They don't want to deal with someone AOE. Yeah, Medusa is a carry, does AOE damage, and can farm ancients. If Tidehunter stacks them,
10
Medusa can pick up
seconds
ancient
to go.
stacks. Uh, but I
5
not
seconds.
really kind of my favorite ban for this lineup. Maybe they would have banned another AOE. Let's see what Manji
Reserve
picks though.
time.
And Manji's
Yeah.
going to ban something out.
Oh,
Maybe
something that I noticed from IRG, Coach, I don't know if you noticed this as well. They tend to keep banning carries or mid laners. They don't really ban for a more. They don't really go for a structured ban.
yeah.
They just ban heroes they don't want to fight.
Yeah.
But the problem with that thinking is that you're not going to set yourself up to a position where you're going to force the
Radiant split.
enemy to think of a way around how you're banning progressively instead of just banning a set of heroes and that's it.
Yeah,
You
if
know,
we
that's what they're doing.
take a look at Manji's ban, of course, their first bans are Doom, Tinker, annoying heroes to deal with, and then their second phase of banning, because they're going for an AOE oriented lineup. They knew what they're going to pick, and they knew what it would be, what their picks were going to
Dire's pin.
have difficulty against. That would be Wraith King and Brewmaster. Those are heroes that are hard to initiate on, because even if they die, even if you get them to low health, they can still get a second wind up. Yeah, so IRG, however, pick up Enigma. Enigma's okay, good jungler, but again, it's all about cohesion. How are you going to get that black hole when the enemy has so much disable? The Shadow Shaman has 2 disables by
10
himself. The Sand King also has
seconds to go.
disable. The Tide Hunter has that very long range disable in the form of Ravage.
5
So
seconds.
yeah, how are you supposed to get that black hole up? That's going to be a problem. Black hole is good,
Reserve time.
but you probably want to pair Enigma with something like a Dark Seer or a Tide Hunter, or even the Faceless Void. Yeah, so you get people together and you use the black hole very tactically. So you set yourself up not to have that black hole cancelled earlier on, but Enigma black hole right now, it's kind of
10
vulnerable.
seconds to
Manji
go.
might want to go with another AOE kind of hero.
Seconds.
Mirana, okay. Tactical pick. Instead of too much AOE damage, they go for Mirana. Good initiation, good disengage. Still AOE with her Starfall, one of those things. But yeah, a good utility hero to round things up. Also, a long range arrow to disable the Enigma in case for some
Everybody
reason,
gets caught.
yeah, if they get caught, the Mirana can still give that arrow to Enigma and cancel the entire thing. Okay, so Ali, up to you.
Okay, now we are moving into the next game. Again, for those just tuning in, we are looking at IRG versus MG. IRG wins. IRG lost the first game against Manji Gaming after a very, very inconsiderate draft, if I may say so. And well, now moving to the next game, we now have IRG on the Radiant side and MG on the Dire. For IRG, we have Sid playing as Weaver, Ali playing as Skyrath Mage, Mix playing as Bat Rider, and Rainier playing as Death Prophet, and of course we have 2X playing as the Enigma. Okay. For the Dire team, we have Doms on the Mirana, Don't Touch on Tidehunter, Viper in the middle lane played by Dem Lee, Sand King played by Smiley Face, supported and laning with Drew 9 here. So I don't know what's going to happen, Coach, but it seems like they're going for a 2-1-2 right now. I don't know if it's a 2-1-2 or 1-1-3, but Tidehunter is definitely not on the off lane. So this is going to surprise. Whoop. Oh God. Okay, so anyway, Coach, please continue with the laning phase, and let me handle the current situation in the game.
Okay, so right now,
Battle begins.
Manji puts up that value ward, the magic bush ward, blocks out 2 camps. prevents the Enigma from jungling. Yeah. Also puts out ward here. Yeah, they don't want that Enigma jungling. Very good value coming from Manji Gaming. They block out the Enigma's potential jungling sources, so um, they might have a bit of a difficulty there. Unexpected blocking of the creeps. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, safe lane, yeah, safe lane Tidehunter, a bit unorthodox, especially since they're on the dire side. But perhaps they want to be more aggressive with against the safe lane, against the Weaver. They want to put that pressure against the Weaver with the tri lane. So very interesting laning choice right now. They're going against a dual lane as this Enigma tries to look for something to farm. Wants to get that demonic conversion.
Oh no, they actually went in for ally shackles and the arrow getting their target. You know, they're actually connecting, and the first bet goes to Manji Gaming with that tri-lane offensive
Yeah,
with
so
Mirana, Shadow Shaman, and the Sand King.
so value right there. Typically, yeah, I've seen teams who pick either shock loose, either shock level 1 loose because they failed to follow up on that ether shock. A while ago, it was kind of good because they dealt burst damage to Rubik, getting them first blood. But here, even better if they use shackles because it's a 3v2 scenario and the Mirana has perfect follow up with that arrow. So yeah, this Enigma is probably a bit frustrated right now. All his good
Oh no,
caps have been
Enigma is
blocked,
actually
yeah.
gonna go into Sand King. Sand King has a Barrow Strike, but they have a support right here. They have Shadow Shaman a few units away. Death Prophet is just close by, so they disengage. They just want to make sure that Enigma doesn't find that farm. And now 2x is so out of position right now.
Yeah. Poor
You
guy.
know, we love to say yeah. You know, just it's like our period. You know, it's like how we end our sentences. It's just I find it amusing, and I hope the viewers find it amusing as well. Anyway, so now Sand King is just rotating, making sure that the jungle is under control. And you know, I play Enigma like for a lot of times already, and this is a situation where you don't want to force keeping Enigma in the jungle.
Yeah. Maybe Enigma should just give up on jungling right now and try to lane. Enigma can pick up on the off lane actually, or try to jungle. Yeah, he could try to jungle the dire side because there's only a Tidehunter right there.
Mhm.
So let's see what this Enigma does if he tries to persist farming this large camp. But yeah, it's not going to give him too much of an EXP burst from his jungle. Right now, if we look at the EXP per minute, he's actually third to the bottom, Enigma, with 144 EXP per minute. That's not a good sign for Enigma because typically Enigma gets a lot of EXP earlier on. He sometimes gets level 6 faster than the mid if he jungles very efficiently, but right now he's third to the lowest. He's at level 3 right now, but everyone else is level 3. So yeah, that
Oh,
jungling
now
defense
Denli is going to the top lane. He has a haste with Batrider has no idea. Does Batrider have the Firefly? Oh, he does. No, he doesn't. Oh, he does actually. Sorry, you know, Tidehunter is running into the Firefly, burning him down. He has one stack of that. What do you call this? Stick and napalm on him. Will he survive? Yes, he will. Just you know, Tidehunter generally is a very tanky hero, and well, Batrider will survive. Nice maneuver coming in from Batrider. He knew that he just had to walk towards the trees, and now in the Draven jungle, they find a kill on 2x, and he falls to the Shadow Shaman and to the Sand King. This is not looking so good on Enigma. Around this time, Enigma should be almost or near the level of the mid laner, but it's just not happening right now.
Yeah, I would like to comment a while ago on that gank attempt on the Batrider. If I were the
Yep.
Viper, I would just have stayed on the Firefly because he has that corrosive skin. It would actually keep proccing the corrosive skin as long as you're there. The Batrider survived with 40 HP. Corrosive skin deals 15 damage over 4 seconds. So if he stayed there for 2 or 3 more seconds under the Batrider's Firefly, he would have killed the Batrider actually.
Yeah, wonderful.
And now
wonderful.
something's happening. The Sand King
Now,
might be able to
yeah,
catch out
actually-
the Batrider.
Yes, he does actually. And Borrow Strike's just right at the end, at the edge of that Borrow Strike. He finds the Batrider and finishes him off with an auto attack. The Batrider is, you have to be really careful, like when you're up against a Tidehunter, because you need more stacks of that sticky palm to get him down, to take him down, right? It's not going to be like an easy kill as if you were taking down a support.
Yeah, that Kraken Shell is kind of a negation for Sticky Napalm in terms of the
Mhm.
right clicks.
Mhm.
It's not going to protect him from the Firefly, but then again, you'd have to get close to the Tidehunter if you want to get that Firefly damage. And I don't think you want to get close to the Tidehunter. The Anchor Smash deals 175 damage every 5 seconds. So, yeah, it's you have to be cautious with the Tidehunter if you're a Batrider.
Mhm.
So right now, yeah, things aren't going um, for the way of iRG. If we take a look at the
Yeah.
gold graph right now, yeah, 1k difference in gold earned for Team Manji, and EXP earned around 1k also. And if we check out the levels, the Enigma has gotten his level 5, yeah. Not too timely, but not so bad either. The wards have expired here. They only put sentry wards, so they expired in 3 minutes. And now Enigma is back on track. The arrow from Mirana is going to miss.
Yeah. Miran actually tried to go for blind arrow. It was relatively a blind arrow. I think they just felt that Enigma might be there. So and you know what? It was so close. Enigma was like kiting. He was kiting the creeps, and he almost ran into that arrow. But anyway, it didn't happen. So
Yeah, so
nothing much to talk about.
right now, early game, you have an advantage for Manji Gaming because of those 3 kills and a bit because of the neutral blocking here against Enigma. But nothing too definitive. Right now, the Viper getting aggro from the Death Prophet. Nothing going
Yeah.
on with that.
He disengages because they were like a ton of creeps there, and he didn't want the aggro. The auto attacks are like they make a big difference when you're trying to get a kill. You'd want, most of the time you would want the creep advantage to be on your side.
Yeah, so right now, the Weaver's getting a bit of free farm though. Let's check his last hits. Yeah, he has 24 last hits, not too bad, but right in the middle. Net worth also in the middle, around 2,000. But Weaver, this is an unattended Weaver. If you leave a Weaver to farm, especially if you don't have hard carries, Manji Gaming doesn't have a hard carry. Viper is kind of a carry, Mirana's kind of a carry, but neither of them are as powerful of a late game carry as Weaver. So they probably don't want to leave that Weaver unattended. They have 2 junglers, two supports that are supposed to be ganking. Sand King is almost
Oh,
level 6.
hang on! At
though.
the middle lane, though, at the middle lane, Death Prophet throws the exorcism. She went for the Viper, and the Spirits actually find the kill. However, Viper retaliated by the corrosive skin and the poison attack, and with the help of the Shadow Shaman, of course. So there was a very quick engagement at the middle lane, taking both heroes, both mid laners down.
Yeah, but that was a bit in favor, I would say, for the Death Prophet, because the Death Prophet got the kill before she died. So that's EXP and gold going for her and not for Viper. Gold going for Shadow Shaman, but yeah, not for the Viper. So it's a better exchange for the Death Prophet. Right now, yeah, you have 2 gankers, Sand King and Shadow Shaman. They have level 6 now, see? Level 8 levels 8 minute level 6 is not so bad, better than earlier on. He might
Mhm.
want to use the Serpent Wards immediately to get a tower down. Let's see how he plays it out. He has an invisible rune right now, so if he manages to take off the Death Prophet in mid, he can easily transition that into a tower right here on mid. The Sand King is also farming right now, level 6, level 7. They kind of gave up on ganking in favor of farming for a bit. Let's
Mhm.
see.
Oh,
It,
no.
it might pay off.
Yeah, okay, so now we see the Envied Shadow Shaman. He's trying to look for anybody to kill. He sees Enigma, he sees the Death Prophet, but it's just too close to the tower. TP coming in for the Bad Rider. He might actually go for the Viper. Viper, you are going to get lassoed. Oh no, he misclicks, and the Viper might actually escape. Moonlight Shadow coming from Mirana. They will help. This will help disengage from the aggression of the Radiant team. And well, that's it for that. But it was so close. Bat Rider misclicked. I don't know if he fogged I don't know, but he suddenly turned around before the lasso kicked in.
Yeah. So that's the
Oh,
value of the
now
Mirana right there.
yeah, no, they actually, we see the Dire team now moving into position. They had used the Moonlight Shadow to go up the ramp, and now both, all three heroes, all three supports, we see the Miranda, Tidehunter, the Shadow Shaman, they're now right behind enemy lines. They are so close to the Enigma. Miranda might just throw a blind arrow, and there it goes, actually. Oh no, it's going to miss, and now Death Prophet knows that Miranda is there. At least Miranda is there. Enigma coming in to support. He has the Black Hole. Yes, he does. And now Death Prophet has the ultimate as well. If this Enigma can find a Black Hole on top of these four heroes at the middle lane, this is going to be this is going to well for Raiden. However, the Dark team now drops the Serpent Wards. This tower is just going bye-bye. No TPs in coming in from the Radiant team. Scarlet Mage is the bottom lane, back right at the top. No, only two heroes right here. Where is the other one? Where is the Weaver? Oh, they're trying to push a bottom lane. It's going to be a tower exchange now. Obviously, because of the damage, near damage of the wards, they get the tower. Here in the middle lane, fortification for the Dire team coming down. Will they be able to deny this? Oh no, they will be able to deny. That is so in favor of the Dire team. They take the middle tower and deny the bottom tower, which the Radiant team was trying to push.
Yeah. So aside from the tower kill versus the tower deny, that's much of a better exchange for Team Manji because the middle Radiant tower is of better value than the Dire bottom. Again, the Dire bottom tower is one of the most worthless towers because the distance from the tier 2 to the tier 1 is actually very short. So I think that that's the least valuable tower in the game. So yeah, not much value going there for iRG, especially since the tower got denied also. So can we check the gold graph? Right now it's around 3,000 for Manji and EXP only around 1,500. Nothing too much. Oh, right now the Death Prophet is gonna die.
Where the middle lane?
Mid
Oh
lane,
yeah,
yeah.
middle lane. Sand King there. Sand King was there with the Viper, and now Death Prophet has no disables. She has no lockdowns whatsoever besides her silence. And well, for a hero that auto attacks a lot, I mean, we're talking about Viper right here. That's just bad for Death Prophet. Now we see at the top lane, Scarlet Mage and Bat Rider finding a kill on this on top of Don't Touch. So Tidehunter actually dying there. They know that the Bat Rider was right here, this section of the jungle near the secret shop, but they don't have any vision, so they just give it up. And wow, it actually well that just shows how meaty Tidehunter is. You need a Scarlet Mage to help you out.
Yeah.
And you know what? The Bat Rider plus Scarlet
Might
Mage
transition
Arcane
into
Seal.
push. There we go. There's the
Yeah,
wards.
there we go. The ward's getting dropped here, but Shadow Shaman, all four heroes now coming in from the Dire team. We have Tidehunter, Mirana, Sand King. All ultimates are up. No, not actually. Sorry, my bad. We see them throwing skills on top of the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman dies. Oh, Enigma with a wonderful black hole on top of two heroes. Death Prophet gets three heroes. Triple kill there for Death Prophet. And Shadow Shaman gets a double kill. The wards are still hacking away the tower. We see engagement is not yet over. Bat Rider is trying to get a kill on the Tidehunter. Tidehunter disengages. Wow, wonderful play there for iRG. They get 3 kills for 2 and they've successfully defend the top tower.
Yeah. Unfortunately though for them, the tower is just outside of deny range. 134 over 1,300. And
What's the deny range?
always 10%. The deny range is going to be 10% of the max HP of the building. So the deny range should be 130 if it's 1,300.
Alright.
So that's a bit of info for our viewers who are not too familiar with the mechanics of that. However, we see the Weaver farming. He's around 4k gold. Still not as high as the top farmers, but yeah, the Death Prophet actually has 5,000 gold right now, top right now in the game. Probably because of the turn at the top tower. But yeah, right now, Dire, Team Manji Gaming are going to persist on pushing on this top tower. They know that the tower is outside of deny range. They probably saw the HP of that before their last creep went down. So yeah, they're just gonna force this. They don't actually need the creep wave because all the tier 1 towers do not have backdoor protection or regeneration. So they could have just gone for this immediately. But yeah, they want to be safe. They go for a 4-man push. They take that tower down right now. At the bottom, we see Mirana trying to do something. Oh
no, Mirana getting Arcane Seal. She's on silence. The Mystic Flare is up and it's getting casted. It's going to miss. Weaver comes in with the auto attacks. The Moonlight Shadow getting casted by the Mirana. Sentry Wards is here. But yeah, okay, getting dropped by the Scout Mage, they know where the Mirana is going. Will they be able to follow through here? Mirana's leap is way still in cooldown. And Mirana throws an arrow, followed by a Starfall. She will try to fight this Waver, 10 seconds there on the leap, and she will die after a long engagement. That is just,
Yeah,
actually Mirana might have actually died faster if the Mystic Flare found the target. It didn't connect.
Yeah, it was kind of off from the Skywrath Mage. He tried to pull Mystic Flare here when he actually should have put it here. That would have instantly popped the Mirana. But yeah, still the Mirana falls, and that's a bit of gold going the way of Weaver. Weaver's not right now one of the top heroes of the farm. The top heroes right now are Death Prophet with a commanding 5,800 gold. Then next is Viper, then Mirana and Tidehunter. But still, the Weaver's there, second place for Team iRG. And even if he's not top right now, he has 1 kill right now, 0 deaths. If he keeps on.
Oh no, they actually blink on top of the Death Prophet getting gushed, but that gush is just level 1. Sand King follows to the Blink Dagger, not going to go through with that Borrow Strike, and now everyone is converging at the middle lane. It's going to be a 5v5 team fight, definitely.
Yeah, so the Weaver just needs to survive. He needs to survive.
Yeah, they're going
needs to farm.
Oh, hang on, coach. At the middle lane, we see that from the Radiant jungle, the Dire team is now going for the sneak attack here on top of the Batrider. Tidehunter going for the blink, throws in the Ravage, follows by the Butter Strike. This is just almost immediate wipeout with the Aether Shock, the Starfall, and the Viper auto attacks. That was so fast.
Yeah, they're probably going to transition this into a Shadow Shaman ult pushing down the mid lane. Again, I would like to note, in the previous game, it was like 15 minutes before the Shadow Shaman, I think 14 minutes before the Shadow Shaman reaches level 6. Compared to this game right now, they've taken actually 3 towers. They've also taken down the top offlane for the Radiant, the tier 2.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, so
tier
this is now 2
2's
tier
down
2s down, and that's the power of the Shadow Shaman.
And they disengage.
Yeah.
They just disengage. You know what? This is exactly what you were talking about, coach. What do you call that? Goal-based?
Yeah, objective-based gaming.
Objective-based gaming, yeah.
If you pick up Shadow Shaman, you want to take down towers. That's what Shadow Shaman's doing. He got his level 6, he dropped the wards down immediately, took down mid. And he's been taking down towers really quickly. They have 4 towers taken, and 2 of those are tier 2 towers. That's what iRG failed to do a while ago. They got the Shadow Shaman, but they didn't use him to take towers, they used him to gank. And that's a waste. That's a waste of Shadow Shaman. In all of the games I've casted here, every time that the Shadow Shaman falls behind, it's because he's trying to gank instead of trying to farm EXP. And those rotations, especially if they fail, those rotations are going to cost him time, those are going to cost him EXP, and that's not going to allow him to utilize the Serpent Wards for pushing earlier on. And that goal from the mid.
Oh no, on the middle lane we see engagement. No, Tidehunter actually goes in right in front of a Batrider, and the Skyrot Mage gets silent. Epicenter from the Sand King dropping. The Skyrot Mage, this mid, the Batrider will follow suit. No, Death Prophet is way into the light. He has to exorcise him up, getting the auto attacks on top of the Shadow Shaman. Double kill on Rainier right now. Skyrot falls down. Batrider dies to the Viper, and now Rainier is actually in danger of dying as well. Boss Strike coming in from Sand King, goes for the killing spree. And Enigma has the BKB up, by the way, and he TP's out to safety. That was 3-4 to exchange, and not to mention that Enigma had to use a BKB. That BKB is now down to 9 seconds. That's really big.
10-second BKB.
And in all the team fight, coach, in all the team fights, Weaver wasn't there.
Yeah, they're probably pinning this game on the Weaver. If they can manage to hold, if they can get that Weaver to a full 6-slot inventory, then maybe they'd have a chance right now. That's their best chance. The Death Prophet still has that pushing capability, but right now, they still haven't taken down the mid and top tier 1 towers. They're standing at just 1 tower taken down, whereas they've already lost 5 towers of their own. So right now they're doing Roche.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell happened? He just lost mana for the mechans. Oh, he threw a poison attack, and well, at least he gets scattered now. And now this is going to be a very, very this is an uncontested draw. There's no way that iRG can see this. The wards aren't positioned offensively, and they are just not equipped to deal with a team fight in the pit.
Yeah, this is a repeat of what happened earlier on in the previous game. Uh, Team iRG failed to notice the signs of a Roshan attempt. They should have contested that. They could have contested that. The Enigma has a Black Hole BKB. The Death Prophet has her Exorcism in cooldown. If they went there and did a combo, Skywrath Mage ult, Black Hole, Exorcism, they might have been able to wipe them and possibly take the Roshan. But again, they failed to act on it because they didn't see. They probably didn't even notice that they were doing a Roshan attempt, and it should be obvious. The signs are there. Everyone's missing. No one's present. They can't. They have no vision of everyone. There are no towers to be taken. So they should have been expecting that they would go for a Roshan next. But again, they failed to move on that. So that's just a big wasted opportunity for them. And right now they're pushing for the last tier 2 tower of the.
Oh, they have a Jeff through side for the Weaver. They don't want this Weaver getting any kind of advantage. Finally, the middle tower goes down, followed by, I think 2 towers were down in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Courtesy of the Weaver and the entire team, the Radiant team. The Moonlight Shadow is on cooldown. I think after they take this tower, the bottom lane, they would actually go for a kill. Moonlight Shadow getting cast, like everybody TPing out, TPing to defend. The tier 2 tower, Arrow coming in for mana, not gonna find any target. Okay, Blink Dagger from Shadow Shaman. Epicenter follow-up, going to lock down this Sand King. Sorry, Bat Rider. Sand King falls down, however, it's a 1-for-1 exchange so far. Then Lee, that Death Prophet is dying, and Aegis of the Immortal on the Weaver is getting casted. Black Hole on top of a single hero. True is in danger of dying. He does fall there. Ali now dying next, and Enigma follows suit, and only Weaver is now alive. They have True Sight on this Tidehunter. This Weaver needs to juke this very, very well. I mean, if this Tidehunter has mobility via that blink, if this Weaver plays it the wrong way, he will die. He now moves into the Roche pit, keeps it, and that's a wise decision there from Sid. Wonderful, wonderful play.
Yeah. It was a 4-4-2 exchange, but it could have been better if the Tidehunter had a TP scroll. The Tidehunter had no TP with him.
He walked?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
he walked.
Tidehunter had to walk all the way from the jungle, all the way from here. He had to walk to the engagement right there. So, yeah, the Tidehunter didn't have a TP scroll with him. And it's a shame. The Ravage came in late.
And yeah. Well, I could see the Bat Rider just trying to finish off his 4 staff.
Yeah, this is a Bat Rider. The Bat Rider already has a blink. Still no 4 staff. Pretty close. Might go somewhere if they manage to do more pickoffs. I don't think I've seen a good Bat Rider initiate yet in this game. Have you?
No, not yet.
Not
It's
yet,
all, they're always caught off position. And you know, if you look at the kills, to be honest, iRG is doing doing better compared to the previous game, considering team fights, just the team fights alone. But you know, it all boils down to the draft coach, to the execution of the draft. Manji Gaming picked this draft, and they knew what they had to do with it. They knew that with the Shadow Shaman, they had to push with it. They won't be using that Shadow Shaman for ganking. I mean, they don't see Shadow Shaman the way that normal players do. That, hey, you're a support. You know, they see him and they play him like how it would be played on a competitive level. That, yeah, the Shadow Shaman, get the levels up, push. Get the levels more, get some more levels, and then push and push and push. And that's how you want to play this game. Oh, Bat Rider actually finds the Sand King, just putting him into the base, getting Arcane Seal, the Sky Mage. This Sand King is a goner there. Nice pick up there by the Bat Rider. This ward finally paying off. This was planted like around 5 minutes ago for the defense of the tier 2 tower, but now it actually pays off.
Yeah, so
who knew?
That's a good play
so
from the Bat Rider. Yeah.
Finally, coach, we were just talking about a good initiate, and finally Bat Rider gives it to us.
And that causes Team Manji to back off for now. So that's a good pick off from the Bat Rider. Let's see the gold difference. Oh, it's actually gone up for Team iRG. A while ago it was sitting at around 7,500 in favor of Manji, but now it went up. It's now only 5,000 gold difference, and that can be compensated with if they manage to take more towers soon, especially since the Death Prophet is already level 13, might get level 16 soon. That level 16 Exorcism is supposed to take towers really fast also. Experience, we have a slight bump up, 3,000. 3,000 EXP is nothing. It's really not much if everyone's already past level 11. So
No.
yeah, this game is closer than the previous game. It can still turn. It can still go for iRG, especially since they have a Weaver, a better late game carry than anything Manji has. Yeah, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see if this Weaver is going to be able to carry this game. We've seen a better team fight and ganking potential from Manji Gaming, but again, they don't have a hard carry. They don't have a Weaver. They don't have something like a Weaver or Faceless Void. So if this gets to ultra late game, or maybe even late game, if we can see the Weaver pick up big damage items like a Desolator or an MKB around 10 minutes from now, then we might see a turning of the tide. Heh, Tide Hunter, turning of the tide.
Now, yeah, Moonlight Shadow getting casted here with the Mirana. They know that they can pick the heroes off, defending at the bottom lane. They're now moving slowly but surely towards the Weaver. They want to get the kill on the Weaver. Flame Break coming in. They know that something is up. Weaver backs out, and well, the Moonlight Shadow is gonna go to waste.
Yeah. So that's the importance of having that Weaver. The Weaver still hasn't died. Oh, now
Weaver, Bad Rider tries to pick up on the Tidehunter. Pirate is getting popped here. If Tidehunter lives even for a minute, yeah, he does. Actually, throws the Ravage there, throws everybody else out of position. Black Hole coming in from Sigma finds the finds the Viper there. Epicenter from the Sand King. Oh, but he is out of position. He dives into the way behind the tower, and now it's a 1-4-4 exchange. A team wipe.
1-4-5, yeah.
It's a 1-4-5, a team wipe in favor of iRG. This is exactly what I've been telling you about, Kush. Team fight wise, they are making it.
Yeah.
It's just that they are losing the pushes.
That exorcism value right there. And that's what we were talking about. They need that perfect Pathrider initiation, especially on the Tidehunter. If you get their Tidehunter into a bad position, then that means their Ravage is going to be not too useful. And you're starting off a team fight 5 versus 4. And that kind of disadvantage, especially with the Death Prophet's exorcism and the Black Hole coming from the Enigma, that kind of difference is going to be a game-changing difference. Right now, they're going for a top tower, tier 2, which might soften the difference in gold. Right now, yeah, from a 7,500 lead, it went to 5,000, and now it's only around 3,000, 2,500. And if they can take this tower down, no, they're going to move back. Wisely, I would say.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you notice, the courier of the Radiant team is named Vice Ganda.
Okay, so Vice Ganda, the horse, the flying horse.
Yeah, so Vice Ganda is now in the game, just giving the Death Prophet to what? I think Vice Ganda just gave the Death Prophet his Bloodstone.
Okay, so now we have a Bloodstone and that Death Prophet. Definitely going to be more tanky, harder to deal with right now. Actually, if we look at the EXP graph, it's 2,000 in favor of iRG. It's coming from a 4,000 EXP lead just right before the team fight, and that team fight gave them a 6,000 EXP swing. Now 2,000 in favor of iRG, if you can believe it. And the gold, yeah, it's right around 2,500 in favor of Manji Gaming, but that difference can easily be attributed to the Roshan difference and the 2 towers that they have right now. Is Roshan up? No, Roshan will be up in a few minutes. Yeah, but this game is close, and I would say that if it's going to move into the late game, it's going to be an advantage for Manji Gaming.
They initiate on top of the Weaver here, but the Weaver already has the Lincoln Sphere. The Hex will be enough. The Lincoln Sphere getting popped is enough to alert the Weaver that you're in trouble, man. So he backs out.
He might have wanted to go for the Hex, then into the Shackle, because you need to pop that Lincoln Sphere off, and if you Hex Shikuchi'd Weaver, the Shikuchi still gives max speed for the Weaver.
Oh,
so
makes sense.
Yeah, the Weaver, even if he's a chicken, he's still moving at 522 move speed. So yeah, you're still not gonna catch that Weaver. Right now, both teams are making rotations. Let's see what's going to happen here. If they catch out someone with the Batrider, but the Batrider is waiting at the back.
Enigma and Death Prophet gonna find everybody else here. Back BKB coming, Enigma is still going to throw the black hole. No, they actually know that they can wipe them out without throwing anything else. Ravage coming in from this Tyrant catches 4 heroes, but he has no teammates probably getting popped. He will fall. It's a 3-4-0 exchange so far. Blink coming in from Enigma, throwing the Malefice on top of this. Viper will die. The Viper of what's the place again in game from? I forgot the reference, but the Viper will fall once again.
And that's a 4v5 engagement. The Weaver wasn't even there. The Weaver is now on top lane trying to take down this tower. And let's see the gold graph right now. In a few minutes, we should see the difference. But right now, it's 4,000 EXP in favor of iRG. A complete turnaround from just around 5 minutes ago. And the gold difference, it should be 0 by now. Let's see the gold difference.
Oh, it's curving towards 0.
Yeah. They don't have the exorcism right now to push a tier 3, but still 3 heroes are down. They're going to whittle away at this tower, and if they can take this to half-life, that means that they're going to take this even sooner later on.
And now they're actually going for the middle lane. Oh, Arrow finds it, connects on top of the Miran of the Death Prophet there. Epicenter Barswai coming in for the Sand King. Oh, 2x actually finds 4-hero black hole. It's a wonderful back right there, getting the BKB there. 5 of Insight popping by the Tyrant, giving them additional HP against magic damage, but Weaver is just auto-attacking everybody, finds a kill in the Shadow Shaman, time lapses back into the base, and now she pushes away, going for the TP, arrow for the Miranda, locks him down, no TP from you, Sid, you are going to die. It's a 1-4-2 exchange in favor of the Radiant team. And can you just believe that it was actually almost there, but Death Prophet was too careless. She caught that arrow, and you just don't let that happen. At a very critical moment.
Again, yeah, the difference in gold crossed already the threshold from 2,500 to 0 right now for iRG and Manji Gaming. Yeah, it's close to 0, but Manji is going for the Roche, and this is a sure Roche right now, pretty much. Let's see if iRG move to rotate to engage. Manji, no. I don't think they want to contest this. Yeah.
Oh, but they smoke. They know.
They pinged.
They pinged, and they actually might have enough time. There's just not enough damage coming in for the Dire team to will everybody down. This Roche is down to what, around 1/3 HP. They have like 10 seconds to come in. They have to be there in 10 seconds if they want to go here. Now, Shadow Shaman helping out, throws in the Hex. He might actually shackle. Miranda jumps out. Mystic Fair coming in for the Sky. There's 5 of Insight popped by the Tyrant. No Ravish yet. Ravish is right there on cooldown. Skyrim Phage finds a kill on top of Don't Touch. Viper falls to the Death Prophet. The Roche Aegis is up. Oh, they actually steal the Aegis. Death Prophet has the Aegis right now. This is looking so bad for Manji Gaming. That's 2-4 and on top of that, they have the Aegis. They gave away the Aegis to Death Prophet. Roche.
It's not a steal. It's not a steal.
The
Radiant killed. The Radiant killed. The Radiant managed to kill the Roshan and the Aegis. That's a really bad turn for Team Manji right now, and they put the Shadow Shaman wards defensively this time. So they know they're on the back foot. They had to put the wards defensively.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, now they have to push this. Death Prophet, that's the Aegis. There's no way that she's not that scared to back away. Oh, now Batrider finds the pick off on the Sand King, and this is actually this is one of the best turnaround I've seen in the community. They are actually turning the game to their favor, considering that they were actually so behind. There was a big gold deficit that was in favor of Manji Gaming, and now their 2 heroes are down, only 3 heroes are defending this hour, and Miranda is in danger of dying. No, they might actually back out the wards, serving as a good way to defend this. The just Weaver has the Desolator, and he will now push the bottom lane with the Batrider, while everybody else disengages. The Ravish still on cooldown. There's no way that they can initiate on top of this. That's just it. This is just Manji Gaming has to play better.
Yeah, this game is now really pretty much in the favor of iRG. Right now they have a 5,000 gold lead, climbing higher, and 14,000 EXP lead. Can you believe it? 14,000 from a 4,000 EXP deficit. Now it's a 14,000 EXP advantage in favor of iRG. Let's take a look at the hero levels. Everyone is level 16 except for the Skywrath Mage in Team iRG, but that's okay. Skywrath Mage is level 14, so he has max level on all his other skills. Weaver and Death Prophet are top at 18, but that's not too relevant. It's the second
Oh
net worth.
damn!
Yeah,
And Manji Gaming actually just gave away their plans. They mistyped the all channel, and now they gave away their idea that they will actually go for a smoke of the seeds.
D12 smoke. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's a mistype on the one, but it's a dito smoke. For those who can't understand Tagalog, that means that let's do a smoke here.
yeah, so
So they just gave away their position, and they're actually in a bad position already, and they just gave away their plans. I don't know how this will play out.
maybe they didn't notice. Maybe IRG didn't notice,
Maybe.
but they have a smoke themselves. So yeah, smoke versus smoke. It's not a particular advantage either way. But yeah, they're barreling down mid. They can't see the push coming because they have smoke. So they might just okay, now they should
Oh,
see because
By the way, only 3 heroes on the Radiant team has a smoke, and all of the 5 heroes on the Dire team has. So it's going to be the defend. Everybody's TPing. Electricity getting casted by the Death Prophet. Midnight Pulse placed in defensively by Enigma. They're all ready for this engagement. This Death Prophet has an Aegis. She has a Bloodstone. She has a Fire Sage inside. She is so tough right now. She could take the Viper Strike and she wouldn't be wailing about it. Then Tidehunter going for the Ravage. Epicenter on that Sand King drops 1 hero down. Weaver is in danger of dying. Black Hole coming in from 2x catches 3 heroes. And now even Sand King falls down. There's 2 heroes down. Death Prophet is now alive. Responding with that Aegis. Doms is in danger, is just catching all the auto attacks from the Weaver. 3 heroes are now down in exchange for 1. They might actually go for the push. They should. Only the Shadow Shaman and the Tidehunter is alive.
yeah,
are
but,
alive.
but the wards are there, and it's kind of tricky. They don't want to risk anyone since the Bat Rider and the Weaver are kind of low in health right now. So they play it safe. They've taken down 1 Rax. And for them that's enough. They already have the lead. If you have the lead, you just need to play it safe. Keep that lead up. Take whatever win you get and be satisfied with that. You don't really need to turn the tide since the tide is in your way already. So yeah, play it safe. Let the Weaver get his items right now. He's going for a defensive item. BKB, good choice I would say, because that prevents him from getting ravaged. That prevents him from lockdown from the Shadow Shaman, and saves him a little bit of damage from the Viper. The Viper's ult, actually, it goes through BKB, but only the slow. The damage of the Viper ult is negated by the BKB, but still, that slow's not going to be useful against the Shuguchi of the Weaver, because again, the Shuguchi gives you max move speed regardless of any slow. It gives you 522 move speed even if you're slowed. Arrow hits the Weaver.
Okay, so nothing I believe would happen here.
Yeah, they can't go on. They're too far, and the Weaver still has the time lapse. So, yeah, not a wise decision if they choose to engage.
Yeah, and well, 1 Rax is down, and they actually just should continue the middle lane to finish the job that they started. Oh, Moonlight Shadow coming in from the Dire team. They want to get a kill. They're going through the Radiant jungle, moving towards the middle lane. Will they be able to find somebody? No, guys, they are not there. They need to move forward. They should. I noticed something from Manji Gaming. They won't stop going to the Radiant jungle. For some reason, they think that everybody's there.
Yeah.
Like, this is the third or fourth time they tried this out. But the thing is, whenever they do, it's quite obvious where the other opponents are. The first couple of times, it was they were pushing the middle or the top lane, and then there was this one time that everybody on the Radiant team was visible because the creep wave was there, and they were pushing the middle lane. And then now they know that the Radiant team is now in the everyone is in the middle lane, and they just they didn't push through, and I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's just one of the routines to check the jungle, but I think what I'm trying to say is that they need to be more efficient with how they rotate.
Yeah, maybe they're feeling a bit more pressure this time, so they're trying to get pickoffs from the jungle. They know right now that they can't go for a team fight. They've already lost the previous 3 team fights. They know they can't go for a team fight, so perhaps their best strategy right now in their minds is to get a pickoff maybe from the jungle. But yeah, so it's just unfortunate that they're not able to find those from iRG. iRG's sticking as a cluster right now. They're moving as 5. this is a good idea since you have a team fight oriented lineup, and yeah.
They disengage. The Weaver goes back, followed by the Skyrath Mage.
So
I don't know.
again, I would like to point out that still I would have to stick by my words a while ago that in terms of cohesion, Manji Gaming still has better lineup cohesion, but in execution right now, on
But okay, Heisrun has the Enigma here at the middle lane. Oh, they actually initiate on top of 2 heroes. Batter and throws in the BKB. Enigma with the 4-hero black hole. They are gonna get it. Viper goes in. He tries to help. There are 4 heroes still alive there on the Dire team. Now 2 heroes are dead for both teams. And they actually have the Weaver still up. This Weaver can pick everybody off. Epicenter getting casted by the Sand King. And it's going in, finds the kill on the Kairos Mage, but the Weaver replies with the auto attacks and finds the kill. That prop, it's now in Godlike. It's a full team wipe there in favor of the Radiant team. That was one of the most epic team fights I've seen. It was a quick and a very, very fast back and forth.
Yeah, but right now we're going to have a full heal on the Death Prophet.
Death Prophet, yeah. How much can you actually heal from that? Just based on the number of damage that you receive, the attack dealt?
Yeah. I'm not sure if it has a maximum, but pretty much as far as I've seen, it pretty much is a full heal for Death Prophet if it ends. So okay, the Viper and the Weaver are having something. Nothing's
Yeah, this is actually just it's a bit of a standoff. Hey, who do you think is tougher right now? Death Prophet doesn't have the Aegis there, but he still has 5 seconds of cooldown. And the Viper was about to throw his ultimate, but he gets used up. This Viper actually bought back. I didn't notice that. So that's more for the team of the Radiant.
Yeah.
How many heroes have bought back? Oh, just the Viper.
Viper and earlier on the Enigma actually bought back. So
okay.
We've gotten into 40 minutes. This is a very, very late game scenario, 42 minutes. And as I've said, the later this game goes, the more powerful the Weaver is, especially since Manji Gaming doesn't have a hard counter for them to be able to fight in the late game. So it all hinged on that turnaround fight at the base of iRG. They were on
Moonlight
earlier on, yeah. Moonlight.
Yeah, and the Moonlight Shadow coming in. Again, they're going for that routine. This is the 5th time they did this with a Moonlight Shadow to the Radiant jungle. Do they have the Jeff 2 side? Oh, the Weaver throws in there. He's going to get out of position. He will get locked down. No time left for Blue Weaver. Batrider, however, replies. He picks somebody off. It was a Tidehunter. Tidehunter has 5 seconds on that. Ravage, the Blink Dagger will now be on cooldown. It's just a total anarchy here. Master Pet was getting used. Ravage now was used actually the BKB on this Enigma, but he's out of position. 28 seconds, 27 seconds on that Black Hole. Death Prophet now going to revive. She has the Blood Zone after all, and now it's a quick comeback here from the Dire team. They wipe out like 4 heroes in that last team fight. The Batrider survives. The Death Prophet is alive because of the Bloodstone charges, but that's it. This is going to be a definite push in the middle lane for the Dire team.
Yeah, although they use those Serpent Wards here, so they won't have the Serpent Wards for pushing, but good for Manji Gaming. That's what they were looking for earlier on. You said a while ago they've had 3 rotations already in the Radiant jungle, but now they've actually found something. So that's what they needed. Right now they're going for a push.
Yeah, and no buyback here from Weaver there. Only sitting at around 630 gold. The Enigma says what? 40 seconds? And well, the tower is now going down. They have like 15 seconds for the racks. Mechs get casted. They're gonna give them additional HP and armor. They should take this faster than that guy. 7 seconds. We have 7 seconds. Now Batrider going in, not going to find anybody. Viper second thrown by the Viper. Here comes the Batrider who has the DKB. Skyrath Mage throws in the Mystic Flare as a defensive. And that's it. Push lane wise, it's on the advantage is on the Dire side.
Yeah, let's take a look at the gold graph. From 10,000 gold, it took a downswing. Now 7,500 gold only for iRG. So that's a bit of gold going in the way of Manji Gaming. And EXP from 25,000 lead, now only 15,000 lead. That's still in the favor of iRG. But yeah, at this point in the game, I would say that both EXP and gold pretty much don't matter anymore. Everyone should be at level 16. The Shadow Shaman is 15, but everyone else is level 16 and higher, so they have max level on their skills. So it's all gonna be dependent on execution from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I've said that iRG doesn't have too much cohesion, yeah, but the Enigma was actually able to execute just those perfect black holes. So
Yeah,
it's
four,
one of
four hero
those
black
times.
holes,
Yeah,
man.
it's one of those times that execution is more pays off more than the draft. And the Weaver, yeah, they picked the Weaver because Manji Gaming doesn't have late game counter for that.
Oh,
So-
this is bad for iRG. The observer ward is up, and they can actually see how they are positioning. I mean, the Dark team can see how the Radiant team is positioning. The Viper is now going in. He doesn't have everything. He casts actually the Blade Wheel, throws an early mechanism there. Backrider gets who is this? Viper there. Black Hole coming in from Enigma, catches 3 heroes. Epicenter from the Sand King. He dives in right smack in the middle of that Black Hole. And now 3 heroes are down for the Dire team. Moonlight Shadow getting casted by the Mirana. They don't have they don't have Gem Q sight, and they might actually fall. They have to be really careful right now. Buyback coming in from 2 heroes. Sand Hunter and Sand King buying back. This is 4v4. Now Sand King doesn't have the Epicenter, remind you, that he actually has 3 silences on top of him. He's really able to survive. The Pipe of Lisa comes Sand Hunter, going to give them additional HP. Doms is going to successfully defend with that Maelstrom. Wow. A Gem of True Sight was dropped, it's left alone. The Radiant team completely forgot that there was a Gem of True Sight that existed somewhere at some point in time. They pick up the Skyrath Mage because of the Observer Ward. It was the Tidehunter and Sand King locking the Skyrath Mage down.
Yeah, the Weaver should have picked that up, but I think the Weaver went for a bit of a panic move there. Shikuji the way didn't drop his TP, so yeah, the gem goes back to the hands of Manji Gaming. They go for a Roche. Let's see if iRG notices this. I don't think they are. They're not moving into the position. Okay, so we have a DC from the Weaver. Okay, so let me take this time to address our audience right now. Yeah. After this game, regardless of whether or not this game goes to a best of 3, I'm going to draw the raffle already. Okay, so you have to be there, and you have to. What is this? It's bathroom break. Okay, so you have to be there by the draw. I'm going live. Okay, I'm going to disconnect the stream, and I'm gonna go live, and I'm going to do a live draw. So make sure you're there, and you really have to be there because I'm gonna put a timer this time. So no complaining. I'm gonna put a timer. And if you're not there, you don't get anything. If you're there and you win, please hold. I'm going to give you your prizes at the end of the match. So yeah, you'll have to stay for a while longer if this goes on to a series of 3. So okay, I hope that's clear for everyone. I hope no one complains anymore that they're not there. Well, if you're not there, rules are rules. So okay, the Weaver's back, but we've had a bathroom break request from the Tidehunter.
Wait. Hang on. Okay, everyone's go. This is just the games we started this. We actually moved into the late game where everybody, the game starts to even out, to balance out.
Yeah, I think the Weaver got his MKB already. Yeah, there goes the Demon Edge, and the Weaver gets his MKB. Going to be a very powerful right clicker right now. He has the Blacking Bar and the Desolator and the MKB. That's just so much damage coming in from the Weaver if he doesn't get locked into position. So yeah, Aegis right now. That's the third Roshan, so they have Cheese. Mirana is going to take the Aegis. Yeah.
Oh, this is not a good decision, I believe.
I think it should be on the Viper because the Viper is the tankiest right now, and he
Yeah.
still deals the most damage. He's still the biggest
I don't
damage
know.
dealer. So
I have no say in this game. I am completely dumbfounded by how they decide, how they make decisions. Why the hell did Skyrath Mage TP right in front of the base? Did everybody see that?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at it. I was like, holy shit! What the hell? This is like new meta.
okay.
And well, sorry, I had to comment. There's something happened there. Just in case everybody was wondering, Skyrath Mage was For some reason, he TP'd into the base while he was in the base.
Yeah, so
I don't know, maybe for some reason, like it gives you. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with, maybe there was a patch where, like, if you TP into your base, you're going to get like this so much buff that it's like an Omni Knight ultimate. I don't know. It was just, it was crazy. It's one of the worst misclicks ever.
okay, so while we're on the topic, to anyone who's watching, you can always catch our VODs. I try to upload the next day or the day after that, depending on the internet connection. I upload the VODs to our channel in YouTube. We can't have VODs on Twitch yet because we're not a big channel yet. But on YouTube, you can find our VODs, that's video on demand. So basically replays of the games that we cast. And just type SelemeneTV on the YouTube search bar. Just search for us, SelemeneTV, and you'll be able to find our videos. That's all the games that we've casted here so far. So if you've missed any of the action, if you've fallen asleep while watching, or if you were a team that was playing, you can catch replays at our YouTube channel. Again, that's
Oh, now,
SelemeneTV.
a lot of Atos on top of the Viper there. And well, will they be able to get a kill? No, the Bleed Mill getting popped by the Viper. They know that they shouldn't dive in. The Tiger is waiting in the shadows with that Epicenter, with that Mirana arrow, with the Master Pet. Whereas the arrow will it be able to find somebody? Oh no, Ali, you almost hit that. You almost actually let the arrow connect. This is
Yeah.
ultimate buffing on top of the Viper. He has like Milestone buff, and he also has the Maelstrom buff, the Mjolnir buff. Arrow actually going to find somebody. No, just right a few inches away from that arrow, and well, this is like a very intense. Is it? Am I going to? Is this the right word? Like stakeout? It's a stakeout.
Standoff.
Standoff. It's standoff.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so standoff.
yeah, both teams are playing very cautiously at this point. They know that any team fight could be the one that determines the game. If you lose a team fight, you're probably going to lose maybe more than one lane already, 2 lanes probably. So that might just be a game ender right now. Right now, racks are pretty much even range for the Dire, so it's not so bad as the melee for iRG, but still very very close. No tier 2s are up, all tier 3s are exposed. So, and you have Death Prophet on iRG, and you have Shadow Shaman on Manji Gaming. So yeah, those two heroes are going to be able to push really quickly. So a lost team fight could mean a lot of lost buildings.
Yeah, okay, now Initiate coming in from Thailand to actually catches one, 2 heroes. X coming on top of that Batrider, they shut him down before the beginning. Oh, Black Hole coming in from the Enigma that is immediately cancelled now. But everybody buys back on the iRG. They will now initiate on how everybody. Lasso was still on cooldown there. They pick off the Viper and they will get him. Three heroes, 4 heroes now focusing on him. Midnight Pulse getting casted by the Enigma right there. Thailand are going back with Anchor Smashes, going for Migs. Now Aegis on the Mirana getting popped. The Exorcism just doing so much damage. Migs, you have to go away. Okay, Blinks away. The Mirana might actually have taken him out almost. But now, yeah, the buyback was worth it because now 4 heroes are dead. Oh, however, Mirana does find a kill on the Batrider, and she falls down. Team wipe, complete team wipe on iRG, and now this is the best moment to push. They have like 70 seconds before the big ones come in, before the
Yeah.
big ones come online. So this is definitely a push that they have to make. They have to do this.
So
Oh, the travel is getting purchased by the Death Prophet. Wonderful, wonderful boost of travel right there on Rainier. This is something that they want to keep pressing on. Oh, Tidehunter buys back a 2 heroes now, buying back to the game. The 2 heroes were on 7th cooldown, followed by the Sand King. Now 3 heroes online. Death Prophet, you have to run away. Why the hell are you staying? And wow, Sand King blinking in. No, not gonna find the Battle Strike right there. So forcing 3 buybacks on this, on Manji Gaming. This is definitely an extended team fight. And considering everything that's happened in the next 3 minutes, who do you think is on the advantage after the last team fight?
I think obviously Team iRG came out better on that end because they only had 2 buybacks, right? 2 buybacks, and Manji Gaming spent 3 buybacks. So Obviously, the buyback advantage going the way of iRG, but beyond that, iRG also used up the Aegis, also used up the cheese. So even then, that's an even bigger turn for iRG. They burned out the Aegis and the cheese and still managed to kill all of them. So yeah, I would like to point out, however, that the team fight was initiated with the Enigma casting a black hole, a panic black hole. He was already low. He used his BKB black hole, but he only had like 300 HP, so it was a wasted black hole right there. And he immediately bought back afterwards. He should have just let himself die and then used the black hole after the buyback. But yeah, it was a panic black hole. But still, they won that engagement, and right now we might see another engagement.
Yeah, the Moonlight Shadow. Oh no, Tidehunter blinking in, the BKB going to prevent the Enigma from just dying. 5% getting popped on by the Death Prophet. Mechanism also getting used here. The Black Hole is still on cooldown, 10 seconds remaining. Mystic Flare on top of the Viper, not gonna do so much damage there. Doms is now down to what, 2/4, 1/3 of his HP. And Viper getting picked upon. The Exorcism Spirit just getting the auto attacks in. Oh no, Skype just might actually fall. Weaver finds the kill on the Mirana there, but he is alone. And Weaver finds double kill there. Double kill near the Ancient, the Radiant Ancient. And the Tidehunter actually is now in danger. Is running away from the Weaver. It's a 3-4-2 in favor of iRG, but the Weaver is just finding those kills there. And now he finds a kill with the Tidehunter. It's an ultra kill on top of Sid. He gets 4 heroes there, and now Den Lee engages up on top of this Weaver. He shouldn't. Weaver has so much damage on him, and it might actually be dangerous. Meanwhile, when everything was happening, the Death Prophet. Yeah, Death Prophet of TPs at the bottom lane, and the Weaver with his boots of travel goes for the top lane. This is a split push through and through, and this is what might give iRG the game.
Yep, the Shadow Shaman buys back, but he has no wards for another 50 seconds.
Yes, and well, this is going to be how this game 3 is go. We might actually look into a game 3. Shadow Shaman is engaging on top of a Weaver, while everybody, so much creeps were picking on him, and the auto attacks just coming in. Wow. Two lanes now down for the Radiant team, and they're just chasing. They're on a wild goose chase for the Death Prophet. This is not something that you want to do. Death Prophet is just distracting you, Viper. Don't you get it? She's just playing with you. And now Batrider is blinking in. Throws the lasso, locking Denly down. The Weaver helping out. The cancel doesn't really help there. Sid is now on a godlike streak. You can use your time lapse anytime now, by the way, but he decides not to. They will just continue with the push, and now Mirana and Sand King is left to defend the base. Will they be able to do so? However,
Weaver has a buyback, so he's not afraid.
Oh yeah, okay. Now GG call coming in from the Shadow Shaman, and well, this is I have no words for it because we are moving into game 3.
Yeah, it was the late game payoff from the Weaver.
Wasn't the GG game actually called?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a trick GG. I don't know. They called
We're
it
going
GG,
to have
but
rules against that.
yeah, we need to do that. What you call the GG should be GG. Okay, hang on. Somebody pause. I'm gonna call the GG now. Okay, hang on, Coach. Can you do some announcements on the stream while I handle this?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, again, we expect good manners from our participants. So please, as a note, for any future players out there, we do not condone this sort of behavior. But yeah, congratulations to iRG they've managed to bring the series back up 1-1. So okay, right now I'm going to DC soon. I'm gonna bring the stream live. Okay, so once I do, we're going to start a raffle. Okay, so guys,